Hi. Hello everyone. You are so welcome to today's video. It's going to be a very quick one, and I want to quickly show us something. So I want to quickly show us something, especially if you are a beginner and you are wondering, how do I always know where to place my foot when I am creating my footwear? Hi, for those who are just seeing my video for the first time, or you are watching for the first time, my name is Odurole Mojibola, and I am your shoemaking made easy tutor. So today we are going to basically be looking at how to actually use your feet to position. The positioning is majorly what I want us to look at today. Probably at home you don't know how to go about positioning this kind of style. Is a cross style. Of course, we are going to be doing a cross style. I'm going to be showing you how to do that, as well as how to do this double style. How do I position it? How do I know where exactly to punch? So please let me know where you're watching me from, and let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know you can hear me, so that I don't have to keep talking to myself. Let me know if you can hear me, please. So like I said, I'm going to be showing us how we can actually go around our positioning. That is the major reason for this particular live class. I'm working on this, and I feel my online students too should be a part of it. So what we are going to be doing first of all is, you are going to be taking a measurement. Anytime you create your footbed like this, what you want to do to know where to start, no matter the kind of design you are creating, the first thing you want to do is know where to position your upper. This is what we call upper. In case you're a beginner, this is what we call upper. Please like this video, please like this live session, please like it, so that other people too can be able to see and enjoy this. So what we're going to first of all do is, we're going to be taking measurements. Now, for those who have been following my videos, you know that I love to take measurements, and because it makes it easy for you as a beginner to be able to know how to go about lacing and also positioning appropriately. So the first thing is, we're going to take measurements, and our measurements, I'm going to be using 5. I have taught us before now that when you want to create flip-flops such as this, I said it that you should take your measurement from this point to this point, take 5 centimeter, and from here to here it should be 3 centimeter. That's the measurement for this kind of a flip-flop. Now if you want to do like a cross design such as this and such as this, how do I know where exactly to pick? How do I know where to choose? That's what I want to explain to us. So on the average, if you are going to wear this kind of slippers, I hope you know that by the time you put your foot inside this, I'm going to put my foot, by the time you put your foot inside this, you're going to find out that your leg cannot exceed this point. Now let's go. Now you see that this side is limiting my foot from moving forward. It's limiting the foot from moving forward. Because of this limitation, you cannot move your leg and away from, it cannot exceed this point. That's exactly what I want you to know with this flip-flop. It's the same process you are going to use when you want to actually create the one that is cross like this. I mean a cross design like this, or you want to do a double strap like this. It's the same positioning. So let me show you what I mean. So don't forget, this is the stop. So this place stands as the stop for my feet. It must not exceed that particular point. So let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to take my measurement as usual again. I'm going to measure 5. Now, so many people have asked me, is 5 a constant thing? Do we use it for male and female? Yes, it works perfectly for male and female. It works perfectly for male and female. Then, of course, there are some people that have a very big toe. People who have big toes and wide feet. You can decide to, adjust their own to 6 by 4. 6 by 4, not 5 by 3.5 like I explained for that other flip-flop. Now the most important thing here is, you make sure that even if you are going to increase this, you have to put an overage at the back here, or else it will be shorter than their foot, because the lower this comes, the shorter your insole will become. Now let's go to the discussion of today. So I'm going to measure my 5. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please, I want to be sure I am not just talking to myself. Please, I need to know I want to know, can you hear me, please? Somebody help me to know that you can hear me. Can you hear me, please? Please let me know if you can hear me, please. So from what I have right here, from this side to this side is my 5, right? Please don't try to punch anything there. It's cross. Because the design is cross, whatever mark you put there will be showing. So please avoid that. I just want to place this here just to mark where my 5 stop. Now I know you'll be considering, okay, what about this place? What will happen? Just ignore that for now. So what I'm going to do now is I just want to use this as a stop for my feet. Can you see where it stops? So it means no matter how the person wears the footwear, it does not exceed that particular point on their foot. So this looks like, you know, a standard for you to be able to use each time you want to last your footwear. Oh, famous touch. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can hear me. All right. I'm glad you can hear me. So from what I have here, if it is the cross design, don't forget it. This is already my stop point. I don't get to place my leg doesn't get to exceed this one. So I am just going to go ahead and bring this here. You understand? Then this goes here. It depends on how long you want it to be. Then this comes here. You understand what I'm trying to explain? Please, I need us to respond to me. So you understand, see what it looks like. Now, when you want to do this part, you must make sure that it covers this one. Hello, if you are just watching us, you are welcome. What I'm trying to teach us today as a beginner, I'm majorly explaining this. I know those of us who are not beginners might have understand this, but if you find out that, okay, I want to create footwear, I'm just starting. I don't even know where to place the pattern. So that is what we are majorly looking at this afternoon or this morning. I don't know where you're watching me from, so it may be morning or afternoon. So majorly, just go along with what I have just taught us now. Follow that. And with that, now, if you look at this, this particular design, you are not meant to put it like this. It cannot be like this. You can see it's too much upwards here. Even if it is wider than this, let me tell you, you see this part of your foot, just follow it. Let it be there. Let it be there. For that cross, let it be there. So for this particular part, you are going to be considering this place. Oh, thank you, madam. Thank you. You are going to be considering this one. Now, I'm just trying to use this to show us because it can go down much more than this one. But I just want to use this to show us so you can see what this look like. Now, on this part, you want to consider your small toe. Please don't go and do this thing like this, except this is what you want your design to look like. If this is not what you want your design to look like, please don't put it this way. Don't forget, we are trying to learn how to position as a beginner. Because I have had so many people ask me, madam, okay, I've created the pattern. I don't know where to put my feet. I don't even know where to place it. What measurement do I take? Just follow this and see the amazing, even if it is for children. Measure from here to the point we just measured now. Follow the same process I just taught us and use 3.5. As long as the size is between about size 25 to like size 32. It will definitely work perfectly for them. For those of us who work with children designs, yes, just measure it and make sure that you just put a point here. If there is a child around you that can actually put their feet, let them put their feet. Use it to position it. And I tell you, you are going to love what you are going to see. I have tried this over and over and I find that it worked perfectly well. And that's why I'm sharing with us this afternoon or this morning, so to say. So if you are just watching me, you are welcome. Please let me know where you are watching from. I think that's very important to me. Let me know where you're watching from and let me know if you are actually, finding value in this. So for this particular one, we are going to make sure that it covers it. It must cover. Don't forget. It has to cover this one. So I see although some people have a very long toe, some people have a very long, as in their toes are long, but however, don't do it in such a way, never place in such a way that their smallest toe is like this. This has a tendency of removing while they are walking over time. You understand? Never do it that way. So it's better that it's totally covering it like this. So this is what I'm going to be having. Can you see what it looks like? You can see the side intact. And this is this. So for this particular cross, this particular part, okay, wow, you are welcome. So you can see this particular part, this particular joint line it's not necessary that it should actually, as in this intersection for that cross design, it's not necessary that it has to be, you know, at the joint line of your foot. No, you know, you see, it can be by the side right here, and it's always very fine if it's, you know, at that particular point. And if you want it to be there, you can put it there. You understand? You can put it there if you want it to be at your joint line point. I mean, this intersection here, it can also be there. So with this now, you have already created, you know, your cross design. You have created your cross design. Don't forget, I know some of us will be wondering, what is the width that I have here? This is actually about 4.5 centimeter. This is about 4.5 centimeter. Ordinarily, if you want to create this, I'm going to suggest that if you are creating for somebody wearing like size 40 to size 43, you can use about 5 centimeter for them. Yeah, 5 centimeter of, yes, 5 will be fine. Cross and cross, yes. Even somebody wearing 45, 44, 45, you can make it 5.5 or 6. It depends on what the person wants, you understand. But if you want to use, you know, a size of this too, you can also use it. This is actually about 4.5 centimeter, this particular one that I use here. So I hope with this now you can easily know where to put this, because now that I have this, all I need to do is just to go ahead and, okay, I'm going to mark this point. I'm going to mark this point. And if there's any of us who do not know or understand how, you know, this is created, I have it on my channel. It's one of the featured video on my channel. So after this live session, you can just go. Okay, you can just go. Oh, thank you, Ikeria. Thank you for watching. Yes, so you can just decide to go, you know, to my YouTube channel. After this, you will see the video is the featured video on my channel. So you can just go ahead, you know, and watch right there. So now I want us to quickly look at the second design, which is the double strap, which is one here and this one on the other side. I'm sure with this you can actually do this, because by the time you have actually punch this part, you have punched this part, you can easily insert it. You can also do the same thing on this other part too. You understand what I'm trying to say? So with this, you can even looking at it, you can see that it's looking very perfect on the feet. So just follow that anytime you want to last any kind of design that looks like that. Now, if your design is like this, let's say my design is like this, I am also going to follow the same step. Even when your design is like this, sometimes you create some Emmy's design and you are wondering, where do I place it? Where do I place it at the front? That's how to place it. Take the measurement I just showed us, then go ahead and then, you know, use this part of your foot and make sure that this part of your leg is covered. It's very important. Please don't go and put footwear like this. It's always very painful and it's not even funny. And you know, sometimes you will just be wondering, but I find out that when you put your foot like this, it's always going to guide you, especially if you are creating for adults. If you are creating for a child and there is no shoe last, I'm going to suggest that you get a child around you, or so to say, you understand, to actually position, or else you definitely need to get a shoe last to be able to achieve what I am actually explaining to us, you know, this morning or this afternoon. It depends on where you are. So with this one now, I need you to know that now, like this, for this now, don't forget I've taken the measurement. I'm just going to position it like this. Please don't do it like this. Don't do it like this. Don't. As a beginner, if you're going to be creating a footwear and you position it like this, it will be looking very awkward on the feet. So don't place it like this. As long as you are taking the measurements, I can guarantee it's going to work perfectly well. So with this, I'm just going to go right away with this particular design. You can see what it looks like. So I'm going to pick the point where it starts, this part. Then I'm going to come to this inner part too. And then, you know, come and see what it looks like. So you can see that I'm going to go ahead and punch. So you can use your punch plier. If you don't have a punch plier, you can get this round punch. You can get this in the shoe, you know, making material store. You can get that. So I'm going to punch. I'm going to also punch. So from what I have here, you can see that it's really looking very slant. Is it not looking very slant? It's looking very slant. If you are just watching us, what I'm actually explaining to us this morning or afternoon it depends on where you are, is how you can actually position as a beginner, how you can position. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I will show you how to position the second part of this particular design as well. It's a double strap, so I will show you how to position the next one too. Now, sometimes people ask me, what width should I use for my strap with, you know, relative to their sizes? Now, I'm going to say that on a normal circumstances, most times when you use when the front is about 3 centimeters, you can decide to make the back part. If it is a double strap, you understand what I mean by double, one here, one here. If you don't want, if it's just ordinary slippers like what I have here, I tell you this is actually perfectly okay for somebody wearing from 40 to actually like 43. If you are doing 45, 43, we are doing 44, 45, 46 upward, you can decide to increase this to about 5 centimeter width or 5.5 centimeter width. I mean, if it's just a double strap like this, for those who are wondering. And for children, I'm going to say that walk relative to the length of their foot. That's the best bet. And then with 2.5 centimeter, you can work with kids with 2.5 centimeter. Please, I'm talking in centimeter. Let me show us in our tape rule. As you can see, this is centimeter part and this is inch. You understand? So I'm talking in centimeter, this particular part of the tape rule. So now let me quickly show us what I'm talking about. So please, when you want to position, I have seen some people say, I don't know how to open this part. I don't know how to do this as a beginner. I'm always preferring to go this way. Now, this kind of design is always more beautiful when you cut through this way. So if you don't know how to cut, just wait with me and let's do this together quickly before I pick the second part. We'll soon be done, of course. I just quickly came online to show us this. So make sure it's covering what you punch. Make sure it covers it. It makes it neat. So come to this part and then make sure you don't put it outside. Let it be directly under it. Do the same thing here. Please, this is for you if you are a beginner. If you are a beginner, this is for you. Please put that in for me. So now that we have this, now, the one important thing you must always take note of is sometimes when you make such kind of footwear, this place bulges out. It bulges out because if the thickness of your upper is not equivalent to your opening, it will always bulge out because you are going to be stressing this place and making it bulge out. So you are going to first of all check out your thickness before you go ahead and open, especially if you are going to be using your utility knife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my utility knife to go ahead and open. Now open very close to it. You can see that I'm opening, you know, through first, and you can see what I have. Start from here, open through, come to this side and finish the remaining part. I'm sure you can see that. Now let me show you what I mean when I say bulging out. You can see that it's looking normal now. One way or the other, you can see that there is a different look there now. It's no more looking, you know, straight. You understand? There's a bulging. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slightly make it wider than, you know, what I have there. Just slightly wider. So much so that when it enters, it's perfectly fitting. Please be careful. I punched it so that I can have a neat end here and a neat end here. I see some people just mark and just cut without punching. This will seal the two ends and protect your leather from, you know, continuously tearing. That is the essence of this. So with this, I'm going to be having, you know, this one here. You understand? Then we go to this other part and do the same thing. You can see me turning it. I didn't come from one end and finish there. Please don't do that, or else your utility knife can exceed that particular point. You know, the two ends that you punch, you can exceed it. So you can see what I have right here. Can you see what it looks like? It's looking perfectly well. I'm sure you can see it. So now I don't want to use my shoelace because I really want you to see how to position without the shoelace. You know, at home, you want to create a sandal at home. How do I go about it? That's the essence of this. Now, I have already positioned all of this. I've already positioned all of this, but I just want you to quickly see. I need you to quickly see this. Now, when it comes to this strap, all of this has to do with the size you're working with. Now, let's assume that this is what I have. I'm going to still be using my foot. Today is going to be about my foot. So if you are using your foot to last, position it well that way. Can you see it? You put it like that. So for this particular part, let me show you how to go about the positioning. You know, you are not meant to put it this way because that's not what the design looks like. It's supposed to be here. Somewhere around here. Now let's look at the distance we have here. We check it in centimeter and we also check it. So what I have here, let's say is about 3.5 centimeter. That's what I have here. Is about 3.5 centimeter. That's what I have here. So it should not be too close to this particular part of your foot, like this ankle part. So make sure that it goes a bit forward, away from there, so that it doesn't discomfort. Don't forget, we have learned how to position, you know, the cross design as a beginner, and we are learning how to do the double strap right now. So with this now, how do I know where to put all those straps? Which are these ones that I have here? This was what I did. After positioning this, I inserted my measurement tape. I inserted my measurement tape here. Now, one of the things you want to ask yourself, how do I know where to even put it here? Don't worry. Let's first of all see what the length is first. So this is my measurement tape. I'm going to put it right in. So it doesn't matter. This is actually inch. Let me go with my centimeter. You can use either of them. Just follow whatever you can find there. So this is, now I'm going to go in right here. And I have about 2 centimeters inside there. So you want to make sure that this is not too close to this particular point. It's not too close. You have to pay attention to that. Even if you are creating for your kids at home, you have to make sure that at least it does not, you know, it's not at that particular, it's not close to this place. So almost very close to your footbed. This is your footbed. Your insole is almost close to it. So you can see what I have. I'm going to take it through this way and then come to this side. Now I'm going to stop at my ankle. Directly under this ankle, I'm going to stop. And it gives me 18. So now this 18 that I have, I'm going to add about 2 centimeters to it because I'm going to be inserting my buckle to it. So by the time I add, you can decide to add 2 or 3 centimeters. I think 3 will be fine. Then we have 21. So by the time you insert your buckle, it means you are going to fold at 18. You understand? You insert your buckle here, and then it goes backward like this. And that is what I have here. You can see I folded this. I folded this part inwards before I finally line, and then I have this. I have so many tutorials on how to I have some tutorial on how to fix buckle. You can check my channel, it's right there. And this particular part, you are going to follow the same process just right now. Most times I find out that this part, if you stop under the ankle, most times all you need is just about 10 centimeter length for this particular part. What you need is most times 10 centimeter. That's what you need. About 4 inch. That's what you need most times. If you stop at the ankle, please note that if your measurement stop at the ankle, most times what you'll be needing here is about 10 centimeter or 4 inch. So let's quickly fix this. And then your width has to do with the buckle too. You can use that as a reference point. So let's quickly do this. And then we're gonna get out of here. So you can see what I have right here. I'm going to I've already punched. So now if it's your foot you are using for this, you are good to go. So you can see what it looks like. So with this now, I can pick the points I'm going to be using. You understand? I can pick the points I'm going to be using. Now, if the footwear is not for you and it's longer than your foot and you still want to use your foot to position it, this is another hack. Now, let's say the footwear is like this. Considering this back part, you can see a lot of space. This is what you do if you want to fix the back part. Move your leg backward a bit. Assume that it's actually your size. Wear it as if it's your size. Then you go ahead and position. Because you can see that this one is having space, and that's because, of course, I moved backward. Now that I move backward, I can actually, basically say that when the owner of the footwear wears it, it's not going to stop here for the person because the person's feet is longer. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Please let me know if you understand what I'm trying to explain. Please, somebody should let me know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So with this, we can go ahead and last. And of course, even if your leg is inwards a bit, this particular strap can cover up. You can see that there are spaces here, and the strap is still having some here that you can still use. So let's go ahead and position this one. So I'm going to pick this part first. I'm going to pick this part. I'm going to show you something. So now that I've picked that part, you can see that I did not pick the other part. This is the reason. As soon as I pick this part, all I need to do is to position this one and then position the other side. The same thing on this side. I'm just going to, use my ruler. Use my ruler to align it to the other part to pick, because definitely it will work very, very well. It will work very okay. You said I should explain it again. Okay. Okay, I was actually saying that this particular part, if you put your foot right inside this way, if you put your foot inside, if it's your size, don't forget our measurement. It will have stopped. You know where to stop your feet while you are placing it on top of the insole. So when you get to this point, make sure it's not close to his place. Let it be this way. It's looking very perfect here now. You understand? Now, because this particular design, this particular footwear is actually my size, so one way or the other, it will work perfectly well. I was now saying, let's assume it's not your size. Let's assume it's longer than your feet. Like, let's assume your feet is like this inside it. I mean, when you properly measure this side, or you properly measured it, and you have extra here. What you can do is to position it for the person that will be wearing it. Move your leg backward a bit, and let it be somewhere around here where you are sure that, okay, I can wear it like that if I was the owner. Then you can go ahead and pick the points right here. That's what I'm trying to explain. So it doesn't really mean that even if it's not your footwear, you cannot position. You can position. You may not be able to use your foot to last it for them, especially if you're a beginner, but you can position with your feet without having a shoe last. You can do this at the comfort of your home without having a shoe last. So if I want to make for somebody who is actually having a longer feet than mine, all I do is I take the measurement here, I position it. I move my leg backward and position it as if it's mine also at the back, and I go ahead and also fix it. That's just the positioning process. I hope Famous Touch you understand. I hope you understand. Yes, good. Thank you. Now I'm glad you now understand. So, like I said, with this now, what you just need to do is you can align this way to position this other parts. You understand this other parts. Make sure that it's not slant. It should not be slant at every point in time, or most times. This outer part of our footwear is always, a bit downwards, because you have the weight of your foot on this particular side. The weight of your foot is always there. So let me go ahead and then punch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it upwards. So for the other part, I was trying to talk about, I mean this. So I'm just going to place this way and point. So because it may be difficult for you to do the corner, the inner and the outer part, so whichever part you pick from this part, you can align it. Please, like I said, don't let it go this way. It is supposed to be at the same spot or a little bit tilt away. This can tilt down, and when I mean tilt down, please, I'm just talking about 0.1 centimeter difference in, as in from where this is positioned to where this is positioned. That's what I'm saying. Please don't do outrightly anything more than that, or else it can be premium plenty talk. It may not be looking very okay. So you look at it and check. If you find out that okay, it looks like it's more or it's less. So I'm going to just, as usual, still cut. Don't forget, we are trying to actually make shoemaking easy for beginners. I want you to be able to make a sandal for yourself, for your kids, for your family at the comfort of your home. Please don't forget to support this channel. Just press the like button, share, support us, join our community, and make this old community grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So I have this. So let me try to take a measurement for you to see something. I want to explain another thing before I call this a day. I didn't plan to make this as long as this. But I really want to say thank you all for joining me. I'm telling you, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you can see what I have right here. You can see what it looks like. It's looking perfectly well. And it's just to go ahead and then do the other part. Let me place this. Please, when you are opening, make sure the opening is not much wider than the thickness of your upper. You understand? Check your upper. If it's about 2 millimeter, make it 2 millimeter. I'm sure this hack that you learned today. So tell me, have you actually made use of this kind of hack before? Please let me know. How do you normally position your footwear? How do you position yours? How do you know where to position? If you are still watching me, please let me know. Have you ever thought that this might actually work for your positioning process? So this is coming here. Now this shoe lace is even longer than the person's foot. So I'm just using it to show us what it looks like. So you can see what I have right here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you can see what we are going to be having right here. See what we have. So now for those of us who might be wondering, okay, how do I know where to position? Let me take some measurements for us. This is actually about size 42, 42, 41. Now let me take measurement for us. From this side, I'm trying to pick from the center of wherever you are positioning. Let it be the center. So my joint line is about 6.5 centimeter from this inner part. 6.5 centimeter. This size works perfectly for like 42 and 41. Then some 43 whose feet are not very wide, it will definitely work. So you can use between 6.5 to 7.5, as your measurement from here to here. You understand? This is exactly 6.5 to this particular joint line. You understand? So you can place your strap on the shoe lace or on your foot if it is yours. Then from your joint line, this is the joint line of your leg. If it's your leg, let me show you this part. You understand? So you take the measurement. You take the measurement of 6.5 from here to where you are placing the strap for this inner strap. You take 6.5 centimeter. If you are wearing between 41, 42 and 43, it will work perfectly well. So you can see what I have. So this is where you insert your strap. Just measure from here to here 6.5. Then you place your strap right there. You can see that I measure from the center, so you ensure that that is just the center of where you are placing, you know, your strap. This is what it means. If this side, this middle is the, so you place it by you know, this will be at the center. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's go to the other part and let me show you what this is. From still this joint line of the foot, this is actually about 7.5 centimeter. This is 6.5 and this is 7.5. It will perfectly work for size 41, size 42 and size 43. I can perfectly say that. So when you want to work for size 44, 45, you can measure from here. It depends on the width of the person's foot. That's another thing. Their widths. But on the average, this averagely work perfectly well for all, you know, averagely well for medium sized feet, you know, people who are not slim and their feet are not extra wide. So you understand? So you can decide to make this part to this part maybe 7.5 or 7 for those who are wearing 44 and 45. Then you come to this side and make it 8, you know, or 8.5. I hope that helps. So thank you so much for joining me today. I can see, you know, famous touch, sorry, thank you for joining me today. Yes, thank you, Amaka, thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I want you to know that all we do on this channel is make shoemaking easy. Please tell somebody about us. Yes, tell somebody about us. Ikeria from Abuja, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Famous is watching us from Vincent and the Grenadines. Wow, thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, you have made the live session really worth the while. So thank you once again. I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor Ojurole Mojibola. Please don't forget to like this. Ensure you like. Of course, I will make it public as soon as I can so that we can actually watch all over. Again, don't forget to join our community, support us, support what we do. All we want to do is just make shoemaking easy. We want to increase your stream of income. We want to be able to, you know, alleviate poverty. We want to be able to create new streams of income, reduce the cost, you know, of family living. Just, you know, if you can create footwear for yourself and for your entire family, I believe your expenses as a family will definitely reduce. You understand? So thank you, Amaka. I just added to your knowledge. Wow. All right, thank you once again. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye. The shoe is not looking as if it's longer than a baby.